Good morning on Monday. It's 9:30ish. 9:48 is later than I thought. Going out with Debbie at 10:30 and I want to get this photography done, so I'm going to crack on with that. See you in a bit. I'm very annoyed with myself. Sunday or Saturday night I sat and packed these earrings for some of you guys that have bought, and I packed them into these boxes to make them look nice, and then I've realised that these boxes are slightly too big for large letter size, and I only charge enough postage to cover large letter size, and I want some of the money to go to charity. So if I don't send a large letter size, then there won't be any money left for charity, which will be annoying. So now I've got to take them back out of the boxes and put them into other packaging, which is double annoying squared. It's still pretty, it's just not as nice as it was. I've got Debbie, I've got Nat.
I've got a DVD player.
We'll talk about DVDs because they're old school. We're at the mall. We're going to go and see if we can find Tammy's birthday present, which I probably won't put in the vlog in case she watches it. We're in Nando's. I thought I had the very, very mild barbecue stuff, but it still seems to have a kick.
Yeah, mine has a bit of a kick.
Yep, Natalie's got tiny chicken and chips. Debbie's got chicken chips and coleslaw. I've got loaded fries, but it seems to be more spicy than I remembered it. We were unsuccessful about finding Tammy's birthday present. They are completely out of stock, and they are out of stock online as well, which is a slight drawback. Her birthday's not for another 3 weeks, so I've got time. But I either have to find one by some miracle or have a plan B, and I'm aware that I haven't told you what it was I was looking for, but I can't because Tammy might watch this. We're just outside Aldi. Debbie's gone in to see if she can find some potatoes, I think. And then it's home again. Don't know what I'm doing this afternoon, but I'm going out this evening with work. Bowling. Clean dry hair using protective gloves and leave to develop for 10 to 30 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with water until water runs clear. Right, clean, protective gloves coming up.
We are dyeing Deb's hair fluorescent yellow.
Yeah, she thinks she's bought purple. Imagine if we'd swapped them when you weren't looking.
Yeah. It's a shame they weren't in your bag because they.
But first, Deb's is having a procedure.
If you'd like to,
which is why the gloves are on.
If you'd like to assume the position.
Look at those lovely babies. You've been
Did
playing.
you not show them the dirty floor though that desperately needs hoovering?
I didn't show them the floor. I went over
Fair
it,
enough,
but
I
now
did
there's a
that.
voiceover again. I
Made
literally,
it just the
Well,
voice.
let's get a towel on you as well.
I prepped and went. Look at those lovely babies.
It don't feel like it's going to run anywhere.
No.
Did you read the instructions?
Yeah, it said apply to hair. Literally, the entire instruction was apply to hair.
Okay.
So I'm applying to hair. It comes out like
paint,
It does.
yeah, really
like acrylic
good.
paint. Really.
Yeah. Do you remember like the squeezy things you used to have at school?
Yeah, it's like it landed in a coil on your hair like a poo and stayed there.
And she screamed the place
Right,
down.
put your head down because I've got to get no the other way because I've got to get to the
Oh,
back
that
of your
way.
neck. Yeah, at the moment you're only purple on top.
No, that's fine. That's where the grey bits are. Well, most of them. You're gonna tell me I don't see that.
That was Mum's hairdresser appointment. We were in Mandy's kitchen, I think, wasn't it?
No, it was at the mall.
Oh, was it the
When
Supercuts?
used to be up there, yeah.
I just went, you're quite grey now, aren't you? And Mum went, yeah, about 30%. And she went,
It was a gay
80.
guy, it was a chap. It was the gay man.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this was years ago as well.
Yeah.
I was 80% grey then, and it was a long time ago.
I do.
You made that much more complicated for yourself.
You can see your phone without glasses then. I'm impressed.
No, not really.
Ready?
Yeah.
I was being all
Just
impressed.
showing that picture.
I thought you were about to turn it around and show me massive text where you've got the font on like 92 or something. Look.
Well, it is pretty big because you commented about that the other day, remember? That could be a look.
I'm sure all four of them have decided to shed at the same time because I've never cleared up so much bloody hair in my life, and I feel like there's still loads more. Right, I am all ready for my night out. I've got to go and pick up my colleagues now, and we're going bowling. I doubt whether I will film anything because people have the right not to be on YouTube if they don't want to. I am quite sure that I will be an absolute bowling legend and thrash the pants off everyone I'm playing against. You've seen me bowl before, I think. I'm not saying it's going badly, but I've thrown my first ball down the gutter and my second ball also down the gutter. Game 2, we decided we would all have the bumpers up. I got a strike on my first go. I got a strike! Unfortunately, my earlier promise did not continue, and I'm not won. But I think I might be second on this one, whereas I think I was last on the other one. How's your evening been, Hannah?
It actually has been, really.
Actually, with a capital H.
With a capital H to start the problem, it's been really, really good. Actually.
Are we actually very good at bowling?
The crap, but we've had a lot of fun.
We have had a good time.
And it's been a team building exercise.
Good morning on Tuesday. For a moment I thought perhaps it was half term because there don't seem to be any children coming to school, but I think perhaps I'm just about 5 minutes earlier than usual and it makes all the difference. I didn't say goodnight to you guys last night. By the time we got in we went after bowling, we went to Frankie and Benny's, where I had a pizza that was too big and I ate all of it and regretted it later. When I ordered it, it was on the understanding that probably other people would have some, but then everybody else ordered a main as well and nobody wanted any. And this thing where I finished stuff, I probably should have just asked for a box and brought it home. But this thing where I go, oh, I've got to finish what's on my plate. If the pizza had come out on a separate plate in the centre of the table and I had had a little plate of my own to pull slices off, I wouldn't have felt that I needed to finish it, weirdly. Because it wouldn't have been on my plate in the first place and it wouldn't have been my responsibility. Does that make any sense? Anyway, what I was trying to say is by the time I got in after 2 games of bowling and a pizza, I zonked out. I went straight to sleep. I didn't read. I didn't watch telly. I went to bed, you know. Wow, it's definitely a school run day. The road is heaving. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't say goodnight to you guys. And today I'm working. As you can see, I'm heading off to work. It was a really good night. It was our first team night out with the current team that I'm working with. And we did have good fun. I think we probably bonded a bit, which is the purpose of a team night out. None of us had the side rails up on the first game of bowling, and we were all dismal, all equally flipping awful. I think I came last, or possibly second from last, but there wasn't a lot to choose between us anyway. And then for the second game, we all had the side rails up, and we were all much better, funnily enough. But there still wasn't a lot to choose between our scores. We were still all equally only improved by the side veils, not by any improvement in our skills. And this morning my wrist, oh my goodness, oh, nobody will be getting a firm handshake from me today, I tell you. They'll be hello. It helps if you find the right size balls as well. Like, I don't know what bowling's like in the US, for example, but if you've been, and some of you may never have been bowling in the UK, but essentially all the bowling balls have different size holes, so that you make sure your fingers go in the right size holes so that you can throw better. But they're all different weights as well, and they have the size marked on them. And I was trying to throw a 12 and I could barely lift it, and then I was trying to throw a 10, and that, when I got down to an 8, that was fine. I could actually throw that, although I'm not sure I was throwing. I think I was more letting go. I was more releasing the ball and hoping it would go somewhere. Bowling not one of my stronger skills. But off to work today. You Wilkie, you're going all droopy again. What did we call you the other week? Can't remember. But yeah, off to work. I've done some editing this morning. I've got my laptop with me so that I can do some more editing at lunchtime today, because I'm falling a bit behind on stuff. And I will see you guys this evening. Home from work. Absolutely banging headache. Gonna go to bed. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, Molly. Good morning. Good morning, Waffle. I don't feel very much better this morning than I did last night, and I didn't sleep very well. And I've got a full day at work today. So, and also I've got parcels that have to be done tonight. So I've whacked the painkillers in. I will whack the fluids in. And I will see how I get on during the day, and see you guys this evening. Good evening. There's a weird mark across the... Oh, I think it's the camera lens is dirty. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it for sure. All I'm doing is moving it a bit. Right, hang on. I don't know if that's better, or whether you could even see it in the first place. You might, but sometimes I can see it and you can't. Good evening. I am feeling a bit better. I still have my headache, which is frustrating. The weird thing is, when we went out Monday night, I knew one was coming. This is only the third time this happened in my life. I've always experienced migraines, but I get different kinds. Sometimes I get cluster migraines, and sometimes I get... Anyway, 3 times in my life I've had this kind, when it starts with a visual disturbance. Bear with. There's not enough room for both of us on this bit of road, lovey. Go backwards. Ooh, there's a cone there. Just reversing to somebody's traffic cone. Somebody's stolen traffic cone, I hasten to add. Right, what was I saying? 3 times in my life I have experienced this kind, when it starts with a visual disturbance, which is like a zigzag across my vision. It's a zigzag, and it starts at one corner of my eye, and it works its way across the entire lens and then off the other side, basically, but kind of both eyes, so you can't close one eye and not see it. It's happening to both eyes simultaneously, and it takes about 2 hours for it to work its way across my vision and go. And while that's happening, I don't have a headache, I don't feel unwell, I'm just this weird vision. And then the next day is when the migraine appears. So when I was out Monday night, when I was out Monday night, this visual disturbance came across, and I was like, oh God, I'm going to have a migraine. Sure enough, the next day, there it was. I think it possibly was triggered by the lights at the bowling alley, and of course the noise. Bowling is extremely loud, and we were very loud as well, because we were cheering each other on. It was a team building exercise, and we were trying to be very motivational for each other. So I think it was probably triggered by a combo of lights and noise and all the rest of it. So I knew it was coming, and sure enough it came. It is better than it was yesterday, as you can tell, because I can actually communicate today. Whereas last night I was very kind of like, oh no, can't talk, can't speak, can't think, can't interact. But there is something at home which, if I had felt well enough yesterday to open it, probably would have helped. So let's go in and have a look. So this is the Bob and Brad iOasis 3 Elite Eye Massager, which is an eye massager and should give you real relief from, wait for it, ocular muscle tensions, eye pain and headaches, eye strain and dry eye, and helps reduce dark circles and eye bags. I really could have done with this yesterday. And to be fair, it was delivered a few days ago, but I didn't open it. And then yesterday, even though I knew it would probably help, I didn't have the mental capacity to open it. So we're going to do it now. The Bob and Brad iOasis 3 is an eye massager that combines air pressure, heat and optional cooling with music to relieve eye fatigue, dryness and stress. It offers 5 modes, 3 air compression levels, 2 heat settings and Bluetooth connectivity for playing your own music. It includes a removable gel mask that can be cooled for extra relief. Key features: using air pressure and needing to mimic a human massage, targeting pressure points around the eyes to relieve strain and tension. Therapy: there are 2 heat settings, 40 and 45 degrees centigrade, to relax the eye area, reduce puffiness and aid circulation. It includes a removable cooling gel mask that can be chilled in the freezer for an added cooling effect to reduce puffiness and discomfort. There are 5 different modes: air pressure with heat and music, air pressure with heat only, air pressure only, heat only and music only. Features 3 different air compression settings: soft, moderate and strong. Music and Bluetooth: can play 4 built-in soothing tracks or connect to a smartphone via Bluetooth for personal audio through its speakers. It operates for a 15-minute session and will automatically shut off after this time. So although this has some out-of-the-box charge, it's not fully charged, so I'm going to put it onto charge while I do my parcels, and then I'm going to sit in my bed and really put it through its paces. Okay, what have I got to parcel? I need to send out this teapot. This is, what are you? You are the Villa & Bosch Virginia teapot. I have let this go for £20, which was half what it was listed for, but it had been listed a little while now, and I wanted some money in this week because my fees had gone out and I was skint, so that's gone for £20. The Miss Piggy Muppets mug that I got a couple of weeks ago has gone for £10 plus postage. This has been in stock for a while. It's a Simon Drew mug, which is I Spy Might Like Something with an A. Great Mistakes of History. This is a Fairy Poppets ornament. I'm not going to unwrap it because it's nicely bundled, but it's a Fairy Poppets from a Leonardo collection, Crystal Keeper, and that's gone for $15.29 plus postage, which is an odd figure. I think I sent out an offer of a percentage on it. The Simon Drew mug went for $6.99, sorry I didn't say that. The Pyrex bowls, again, not very long in stock. They were only in stock a little while and they went very quickly, so I probably underpriced them. They've gone for £10 for the 2. And then one of you guys have bought this Cat Kids and Dinosaur mug, so that needs to go out. I should have posted that a couple of days ago, but I was not well, as you know. And then Claire Count 1 has bought this for her mum, who has very sadly been unwell, so I'm really sorry to hear about your mum, and I hope she enjoys the books. I'm going to get these done, and then I'm going to sit down and play with my eye mask. just read a comment on today's waffle. The waffle went out this morning because it's Wednesday, as you know. And I've just read a comment that asked, what's in the display case at the top of the stairs? Lots of little things. It was Carol Wilkinson, I think. So I thought I'd show you. I don't know that I've ever shown this on the waffle before. It's not really significant. It is my Smurf collection. So I'll try and get a bit closer so you can actually see some of them. Try not to fall down the stairs now, people. If you hear a crash, you know it's gone wrong. So it is my Schleich Smurf collection. Genuinely did nearly fall down the stairs then. Let me get to safety, hang on. When I was small, my dad used to work away, not away from home, but he used to work a long way away from our home, and he would drive many, many miles. He was a casino manager. We lived in Leicestershire, and he had been transferred to Bristol. And while my parents were house shopping to move to Bristol, my dad commuted back and forth. And so he did a lot of mileage. Back in those days, you could collect coupons from the petrol station and get various things. You know, you used to get a little catalogue and you could collect glassware and dinnerware and all sorts of stuff. But one of the petrol stations, I think it may have been Esso, did a promotion where if you spent a certain amount, you could get a Smurf. Editing Carla jumping in here with a quick correction. It was not Esso, it was a company called National Benzol, and apparently they later went out of business and were absorbed by BP. So yeah, it was National filling stations that ran the Smurfs promotion. There were 30 odd different ones that you could collect. And so my dad would do these miles and he would get a Smurf and he'd bring them back. So I'd be old for about 4 or 5 at the time. And he brought me these Smurfs back, and I had quite a like a shoebox full, that kind of quantity. And I really, really loved them. And then when I was about 9, I lent them to a boy from school. I can't remember why I lent them to him. I can't remember why he asked if he could borrow them. That's a weird thing to borrow. But when you're 9, kids are weird, aren't they? I lent them to him and I never got them back. And I spent many, many years feeling sad that my Smurfs had gone. And so probably about 20 years ago now, I decided that I would collect some Smurfs. And it got a bit out of hand, as you can see. I didn't collect a shoebox full. I kept going and collected lots and lots and lots and got a bit obsessive about it. I do have a habit. If I get a new hobby, I go at it full tilt and then never touch it again. And so I collected full tilt until the cabinet was full. Now, I haven't got a full collection of Smurfs. There's many, many, many more Smurfs that I haven't got. But as soon as the cabinet was full, it was like I was done. And so there they sit in the cabinet at the top of the stairs. They've been there many, many years now. How many times have I said many, many in this clip now? Many, 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 many times. Many, many times. They sit there in the cabinet at the top of the stairs. They never get looked at. They never get touched. They're just there. Some of them are probably worth a couple of quid, but not hundreds. If I was to take the cabinet down and sell the whole collection, I could probably, if I put them on auction on eBay, I could probably get a few £100. They'll probably just sit there until I die, and then the kids can do it. The kids can stick them on eBay then. No, the kids are not having them, I am. Oh, Tammy's shouting from the other room. The kids are not having them, I am. I didn't know you wanted them. Yeah, I said you said that's fine, but Anthony wants the cabinet. Oh, I do remember that. Tammy's just reminded me that she said she wanted the Smurfs, and I said that's fine, but Anthony wants the cabinet for his Hot Wheels. So there we go. So apparently if I die, Tammy's having the Smurfs, Anthony's having the cabinet. So, if I am mysteriously missing after this conversation, you'll know that Tammy's come and shoved me down the stairs so she can get them sooner. It's gone very quiet in there now. Okay, the charging light went off to say it was fully charged. I quite like the fact that the charging socket is here, so you cannot use it while it is charging. I think that's quite a nice little safety precaution, quite keen on that. The black mask is a cooling mask, and you obviously would not use the cooling mask and the heat at the same time, and I want to try the heat function out. So I'm going to not use the cooling mask at this point, but you can put the cooling mask in the fridge and then wear it underneath this if you just wanted the pressure, the massage or the cooling or whatever. Okay. So top button is power on, and then music, heat and massage. Specs off. Oh, should probably put my specs somewhere safe before I start this, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay. Does need adjusting. That's too big for my head. Oh, I've pulled my earring out. Clumsy clot. Yeah, it's too big for my head at the current setting. I don't know if I've got it in the right place. It feels like it's pressing on my brow bone. That doesn't feel right.
Eye massager is on. Air pressure plus heat plus music.
I've increased the volume of this clip so that you could hear the mask talking to me. However, it isn't actually very loud in real life. Oh, the air pressure feeling is really quite something. I think I've got it too low. It's pressing on my nose. Right, don't think I like the heat setting. I'm going to try and turn that off. Oh, wrong one.
Moderate pressure. High heat. No temperature. Strong pressure. No volume. Low volume.
Okay, low volume, maximum pressure, no heat. Maximum pressure is squeezing my nose. Does that mean it's in the wrong place again? Oh, I've got the strap in the wrong place. That doesn't help. The pressure sensation is really nice. I don't know if I like the music. It's very relaxing. So it pushes pressure on the front of my eyes up to a point, and then that releases, and then it pushes on the temples. So it's like that, I guess. Okay, my first thoughts is that it's quite firm here where it's pressing on my brow bone. I don't know if I've got a very pronounced brow bone, but I'm going to try the gel mask under it and see if that changes how it feels, see if it makes it more comfortable. That's very, very comfortable. I know a lot of people use a sleep mask. I don't use a sleep mask, but it's very, very comfortable. And the fact that it's cooling gel and you could have it in the fridge beforehand is nice. My headache is a lot better now. But yesterday, if I'd unpacked that box sooner, this alone would have been a lovely thing. Okay, that feels different straight away. Of course, I can't see what I'm achieving here, but that feels already much more comfortable. Let's try the pressure back on. Where's my buttons?
Bob and Brad eye massager is on. Air pressure plus heat plus music.
Right, I don't want heat.
High heat. Moderate pressure. Strong pressure. No temperature.
There we go. No temperature. Strong pressure. Music on. That's already much more comfortable. The gel mask makes a huge difference underneath it. I probably should have read the instruction book because I bet it says make sure you wear the gel mask for comfort. I'm going to have a nap. I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Okay. So I definitely should have read the instructions first, which is something I'm very bad at doing because you do need the gel eye mask for comfort. Also, although I listened to the built-in music, you can connect it via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to your phone, which means I could have had my own music. I actually found the built-in music very, very soothing, and I did doze slightly. It switches off after 15 minutes of continual use. And what I did like was that the massage cycle changes. It doesn't just keep on doing the same pattern, it changes gradually with the music. So if you use the built-in music, you'll notice that the music changes slightly, and as it changes, the massage pattern on the eyes changes too. I look like the fly. Obviously, I've put my glasses back on so I can talk to you, but you do not use it with glasses or contact lenses on. I really enjoyed that. I did doze towards the end of the cycle and became aware that it had stopped gradually. What I did find was that it's total blackout with the mask and the gel mask on, and when I took it off, the light in the room was very bright. So I think, to be fair, if I was using it for headache or whatever, I would be in a darkened room to begin with. So that would be something to remember, because I took it off and I was like, blind. I think it's a wonderful bit of kit. I really wish that I'd unpacked it before that migraine yesterday, because I think it would have really helped. You can play podcasts through it and all. If you connect your phone to it, you can play a podcast through it. So you can lie there, have a eye massage and a temple massage and listen to your podcast. And I just think I just think that's fantastic. I'm really pleased. Thank you so much to the lovely people at Bob and Brad for sending me this. I'm actually very, very pleased with it. I'm going to get Tammy to have a go with it later as well, because Tammy also gets headaches sometimes. And Natalie, for that matter. Anthony gets awful headaches. We're a very headachy family. So, yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with it. I'll put all the details in the description box below for you guys. And thank you so much, Bob and Brad, for sending it to me. Discount code is on the screen now and also in the description box. I am in a shockingly bad mood this morning. Firstly, I've parked my car facing the wrong way, so now I'm doing a stupid 3-point turn in my narrow road because I cannot face planning through the school traffic. Although actually that isn't firstly, that's somewhere down the line, way after first, second, third and fourthly. Firstly, it's cold. There is frost on my windscreen. That's firstly. Raging about that. Don't want winter. God, can't see out either. Secondly, I had a terrible night's sleep. Oh my God, I had such a dreadful night's sleep. I have watched the clock go round. I put the light on at one point and gave up and read my book for a bit and then thought, no, you've got to go and try back to... Oh, bloody awful night's sleep. I'm still sniffly. I'm still a bit chesty. I'm still a bit headachy. I think I've got extra long COVID. So yeah, terrible night's sleep. And then today I've got to go for a mammogram. I'm on my way to work, as you can see. So on this day when really all I want to do is curl up and die. Not die, you know, curl up and pull the duvet in my head. That's it. Walk out from behind a parked car, you absolute melt. On a junction. Oh my actual... Oh! It's a T-junction. There's cars coming from both directions. You just walked her child out from behind a parked car. I'm going to draw a little picture of what just happened and put it on the screen for you. So in this stunning visual representation of the incident, which I think I am very, very proud of, the pedestrians are coming down the path. As you can see, marked as idiot with small child. I am represented by the blue car. There is also a silver car approaching the junction from another direction. And the red dotted line is the path that the woman decided to take with her small child. Such a bad mood. So yeah, I've got to go for a mammogram. Have I just said that? I think I just said that. You've blocked the junction as well. Well done. I hope your next poo is pineapple shaped. Thank you. You're a star. You're a little legend. Right, I'm out. Thank you. Oh, come on, Carla. Focus. Recenter. What was I saying? Mammogram. Flip it. I've got to go and have my boobs squeezed at 11:20. And my colleague had hers done recently and they gave her a Sainsbury's hospital, which is, you know, really, really close and very, very convenient. But no, they've given me the Sainsbury's car park, which is much further away and much less convenient. So I've got to nip out of my work day, which means I'll have to use my lunch break for that. At 11:20, I'll have to use my lunch break to go and get my boobs squeezed in the Sainsbury's car park. I'm hoping there's some kind of unit. I hope it's not just a bloke going, yeah, they're all right, or not, as the case may be. Oh, God. I also got to get to my storage unit at some point during the day as well. I don't know whether, because the Sainsbury's car park and the Sainsbury's, you know, the mammogram thing and my storage unit are more or less in the same direction, so it would be logical to try and combine those two. But I will be out of work doing that, which means it really will have to be called my lunch break. Oh God, the rage levels are high today. Started my day with a rant. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's just on 11 and I am off to the Sainsbury's car park to get my boobs squeezed, which is a sentence you don't get to say very often, isn't it, really? It's not something you get to say all the time. So I've never had a mammogram before. It's just a routine. It's just a routine. You are old now, let us have a look at your boobs kind of thing, in the hopes that if anything is amiss they will spot it sooner. So I don't think it's going to be a particularly enjoyable experience, but it is necessary, isn't it? There it is. It is literally a trailer in the car park. I don't really understand this concept of moving these facilities out of the hospitals. Is it so that more people can access them? Is it? I don't know. If you work for this kind of facility, can you explain to me why I'm having my boobs squeezed in a car park? I understand perhaps that hospitals are overflowing with personnel, but why a car park? Why not have a building somewhere that this happens in? Why is it a mobile trailer in a car park? That's this I find odd. Anyway, I've made very good time. It's only taken me 10 minutes to get here, so I'm 10 minutes ahead. And if my colleague had her way, I'd have left even sooner, because she was like, oh no, you must leave early. Said, you'll need to find somewhere to park. I said, it's in the Sainsbury's car park. I think I'll be okay. I'm not going to. It's not going to be fun, is it? For starters, it's cold. I don't want to get my boobs out in a trailer in a car park in the cold. It'll be fine. I'll see you guys in a bit when it's been fine. I hope you do, because that's my appointment time. And obviously it was fine. So it might be worth explaining what happened for anyone who has never had one and may have to have one and may be apprehensive, as I was. You know, I might be able to produce a bit of a service by explaining it. So I went in, very nice lady on reception desk, another very nice lady with her. They checked my details, made sure that I was the right person on the right day. She asked me if I'd ever had one before, and I said no, and she said, how old are you? And I said 52, and she said, in that case, would I be prepared to take part in possible research screening thing that they're doing, which is to find out if having an MRI would help to detect breast cancer sooner. And so of course I said yes, because if I can be helpful, then obviously I'm going to be. And she said it will depend on whether your breasts are the right density. And I said okay, and she said if they are, we'll let you know. So that's fine too. I mean, everything else about me is dense, so why wouldn't my breasts be? You then go into a little cubicle, you take off your underclothes, and I took off my blouse, and she said pop your cardigan back on afterwards. When you've done that, you go into the main examining room thing, and there's a large machine that you stand up close to, and they lay your breast upon one plate and press it down with another, and that takes an imaging. It did not hurt in the slightest. It wasn't even cold. I expected the slab to be cold. I expected it to be like sticking me boob on a butcher's slab, but it wasn't particularly cold. It was nice and warm in the room. It was a lady doing it, and she was very matter of fact about it. She was obviously fully gloved and everything, you know, and so she lifted my breast into where it needed to be, explained to me exactly what would happen. The plate came down. They take one image of each breast. Sorry, I'm negotiating around about, hang on. They take one image of each breast, flattened like it's in a waffle maker, only not with the ridges. They didn't waffle me. And then the machine turns almost 90 degrees, and they take another image at an angle, so you go sideways on, and it's all over and done with in 5 minutes maximum. There was no pain. It wasn't embarrassing. The consulting room didn't have windows, so nobody in the Sainsbury's car park was peering in at me going, oh, look at us. It did help. I think it helps if you've got long dangly breasts, which, you know, they were bound to be good for something one day, weren't they? So perhaps if you had small pert ones, you might find it a little less fun experience because they are closer to your body. Mine are making a break for it, as you know. So yeah, if you've been invited to have one, obviously I urge you to do it, because if they can catch breast cancer sooner rather than later, you've got a far better chance of survival from it. So if you're apprehensive, please don't be scared. It was nothing to be nervous about, and I would urge you to go and get it done. It's over and done within minutes, and then they send you back out and you go back to the cubicle, put your clothes back on, and off you go home. Or in my case, back to work. Although I am popping to the unit first, because I'm nearer the unit than I am to work, so it makes sense for me to go to the storage unit, grab what I need, and then go back to work from there. I am so glad I came when I did. See that? That's a whole box of packing peanuts. I was heading towards the lift, and there's a chap with his door of his unit open. He's in a works uniform, so he must have some kind of industrial storage unit, you know, grain arrangement. And just outside the door of his unit was a big dustbin full of packing peanuts, and I said to him, "Oh, I'm jealous of your packing peanuts." And he looked at me like I was insane. He said, "Do you want them?" I was like, "I really do." He's like, "We have to get rid of them and they're a pain in my ass." And I was like, "Oh, yes, please." I said, "Just run up to my unit and I'll be back." And by the time I got back, he'd put them in a box and he said, "There you go, you're doing me a favour." I was like, "You're doing me a favour." Free packing peanuts. I said to him, "They're like gold dust." He said, "They're not." So yeah, I mean, the chance of me ever seeing him again, because what's the chances of us both being there opening our units at the same time? But he said all of these other boxes have got him in as well, but obviously we unpack it as we go. So I'll definitely look out for him. If I ever see him again, I'll be like, "Ooh, ooh." Yeah, so that I'm really, really glad that I popped in then, because I would have missed that gentleman and would have never known. Okay, back to work. I've still been out of my workplace less than an hour, so I'm still actually within my lunch allotment. Allotment, and you have an allotment of time. You don't just have an allotment where you grow your carrots, do you? Yeah. Leaving work tonight, I said to my colleague, I'm going straight home. I'm going to get straight in the shower the moment I get home, and then I'll sit and do my parcels while my hair's starting to dry, and then I can finish my hair off and still get an early night because I am so sleepy because I had a very, very, very broken night. Somehow, in all of that, I had completely forgotten the fact that we own dogs and I had responsibilities. Completely forgotten it. So I came home, got all the stuff in the house, and the dogs went, "Yay, you're here, we can go now." And I went, "Oh yeah, you lot, I forgot about you." So here we are. All of us. You can only see me, but they're all here, trust me. I am like eyes closing sleepiness. I could sink my head on my chest now and have a doze. Busy day at work today. Busy day yesterday, really. Which is rare because I'm not usually very busy at work. So yeah, after this, go back and have my shower and then do my parcels. Queasy tummy. My Manjaro this week has not landed very well, and I feel slightly queasy and have done for 2 days. Some days, I don't know if, it doesn't seem to be doses out the same pen that have the same effect. It must just be me, but yeah, a bit queasy today. I had ham salad for lunch because I'm trying to get some more green stuff into myself. And I had some chocolate covered raisins because I'm trying to get, TMI here, but trying to help things get out of myself. So I thought raisins might help with that. And I doubt whether I'll put anything else into myself tonight because I feel decidedly done food-wise. If so, that means today's been like about a 600 calorie day or something ridiculous, but that's not that's not sustainable. So yeah, go home and have a shower in a bit. I asked Tammy if she'd put the recycling out while we were out to get that done while the dogs are out of the way. So I can hear somebody saying sit to a dog, but I can't see anyone. They're not in the park with me. They must be in the car park over there. Shower, parcels, hair. Tomorrow morning, pick up Tamsin. Have another go at getting over to do mum's cleaning. Second time lucky. I came home from the dog walk and was like, "Oh, I'll get in the shower," and Tammy's like, "Oh, I've just run myself a bath." So Tammy just had her bath. I've done some of my parcels, not all, because some of it's in the loft and I do not have going in the loft brain. I just don't have it. I don't have the necessary mental wherewithal to go in the loft right now. It doesn't sound like a big thing, but believe me, sometimes it is. So I've just done all of the parcels that were accessible. Tammy's just got out the bath. So that was the printer kicking in above your head. Tammy's got out the bath, so I'm going to go and jump in the shower now. And I'll see you after that. I am all clean and showered. Hair is starting to dry. I need to ring my mother in a minute. I received 2 parcels today. I've received 3 parcels, but Teddy's chewed his way through one of them, so I'll show you that tomorrow. One from Amazon containing temporary dental repair stuff, because that repair that the dentist did on my front tooth has gone already. It's shipped off. Don't know if that's going to be any good or not. No idea. And one with little earring bits. I've got hiccups, sorry. I've had hiccups most of the day. Bear with, let me show you. See how cute those are? I kind of had them in mind for me, but I think they might be more more suitable for Nat because they're very Darcy-fied. So I want to do Nat a little advent calendar, so they might be part of that. And then also a couple of bits to make earrings. I can't get the packet open, but they've got tiny, tiny little dogs' heads in them. I can't show you it either because it's not... How useless is that? I'll turn the camera. It's not focusing. I'm being bullied. There, look. Tiny dogs' heads. To make little dangly earrings. I got 2 packs of them because weirdly they come with 3 in the pack. How odd is that? And then these, which unfortunately are broken. That is another little dog, but as you can see, one is broken. It's not focusing very well. Right, Tammy's just offered me a sandwich. I'm going to ring my mother. I'm going to eat my sandwich. I'm going to edit what I've got of this week's vlog so far. And that is me done. Ham and cheese spread roll. Lovely. Good morning on Friday. It is 6:30 a.m. I have been awake since 5 for no reason. I've just been downstairs and washed the kitchen and bathroom floors. Put a load of washing into the tumble dryer, put another load of washing into the washing machine, sorted some dishes out. And now I think I'm going to edit until 8 o'clock until I'm up to date with what the waffle so far, whichever comes first. If I finish that before 8 o'clock, I've got a few parcels to do. I'm on the morning dog walk. Come on, brain. Maybe it waits, it's 5, but apparently the brain's not up yet. Morning dog walk, pick up Tamsin at 10:30, parcel run, mum's, and tonight is Tammy's shine walk. Her sponsored walk. Sorry, apparently my brain's not away. Tonight is the sponsored shine walk for, I think it's for cancer research, that you guys contributed so very, very generously to for her fundraising. So it's going to be a long day today, and I kind of wish I hadn't woken up at 5. But right, I'm going to do some editing now for a bit anyway. Just filling up the washing up bowl to wash the dog's balls out. I'm like, this is strange, it's not getting any higher. Yeah, the reason for that. That'd be the reason there. Somebody apparently has made a hole in the washing up bowl.
Daycare today.
Right.
You are so cute.
We are on way to Mum's and we have got Tamsin on board. Although you can't see her, she is here. Shout hello, Tamsin.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, Tamsin.
Hello, Tamsin. You look nice. We are on way to Mum's. So we're having attempts to getting Mum's cleaning done because last week Tamsin refused to come. Absolutely flatly said, I'm not coming to work today. Let us write down. As you'll know if you watched the waffle last week, I refused to let Tamsin come to do the cleaning. I put my foot down with a firm hand and went, get out of my car, go home and spend the day with your husband on his birthday. So we have got Tamsin on board. We are off to Mum's. I've got parcels. Should I take them on the way home later?
It's Kayla's birthday today. She's in Dublin.
Oh, happy birthday, Kayla, for today. I don't think she watches this.
She does sometimes.
Does she?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're off to Mum's. We've got Darcy in back because she hasn't had a day out for a while.
Darcy.
And I don't know what Mum's got planned. No idea. So Mum's had the photo albums out because we were talking about the fact that I think I look like Uncle John And she's found the photo albums out so we can have a look and see if I have. I will come to Uncle John in a minute, but in the meantime, let's enjoy some corkers of my hairstyles over the years. So I'm in the middle on that one. There we go. That little Deirdre Barlow effigy in the middle there. That one's me.
Can you remember the Deirdre Barlow glasses? Oh, there's a
Tons into it.
about 17.
There's me on the beach in Yarmouth. Without glasses then, for some reason. That must have been just before I got glasses, I guess. There's me, look, before the world corrupted me. And there's me on a helter-skelter with a lovely pair of pigtails and the worst brown crimpline trousers anybody's ever seen.
Like brown, any kind of
Brown crimpline
never
trousers and a
brown
purple
crimpline
paisley
was
anorak.
probably the worst.
Yeah,
But any crimpline,
yeah,
because your bridesmaid's
That's me
dress
then.
was crimpline.
yeah. Let me
They don't
see.
make that kind of material anymore. Crimpling.
I've not seen it, but then
I
again,
shouldn't
don't
imagine many
sew,
people
so
are
why
buying
would I see
crimpline
it
anymore. There's me with my grands and some random child that we met on holiday.
Fashion's coming back in now, isn't it?
That's me in the middle there with my three
Oh,
cousins.
this one, Natalie.
So there's our Mark.
This
Now,
chap
I
at the
believe
end here,
that our Mark watches the waffle
He was
sometimes. So
called
there you go, our
Uncle
Mark. If
Sid.
you're watching, there you are. And that's Sam and that's Nicola.
no, you wouldn't, because he lived in.
Lots more beach at Yarmouth, which was pretty much where we went for holiday. This is my mother's first wedding day. So for people who don't know my history on the waffle, my
It was your granddad.
father
That's
left when I was a
what
year old, and the man that when I talk about my dad, that is the man who my mum married when I was 4, who then adopted me. So he's the man who brought me up and who I think of as my dad, but my mother married before that, and that's the wedding that I came from, the marriage that I came from. That's not him. This is me Uncle John. So when I say to you, I look like Uncle John, that I think I do. Now that's Uncle John as a young man. If you were 25, then he
I
was no
look
more
like
than
him.
23.
I do look like him.
He was a couple of years younger than you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if
about
you were
a year older.
25
Yeah.
or 24, then he was about 22 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I look like Uncle John when he got much, much older. I don't look much like him in his youth. I look like him as a middle-aged man, sadly. This is
Probably because you're middle-aged.
this is me Auntie Janet and her husband, Uncle John.
What is
So
it?
this is my mother's first
You
wedding,
just
and
take
that
the
man
photo of
there
that.
is my birth
No.
father.
I hate to disappoint
I have
you,
never seen him
but
since
I
I was a year
think-
old. This side is going to be my Grandma Johnson, Grandma Rena Johnson. I don't remember Grandad Johnson's name. Do you remember his name? No. And that's one of his brothers there. Now, he had brothers that were Mick and Nick. And another one, I think.
Did he have a Mick?
Yes.
Yeah, Nicholas
Nicholas and
was the
Mick.
young one.
Yeah, so that might
Mick
be
was
Nicholas.
the oldest one. Then there was Bob in between.
Yeah, so there you go. If you're watching this and thinking, good, I know what some of those meant. There you go. Apparently they're related to me. But yeah, that is my father. His name was Keith Johnson, and I've not seen him since I was a year old. And that is my mother on her first wedding day. And of course, this side is there's me Uncle John again. There's me Granny Thomas, and I'm not sure who that lady there is. My mother's bridesmaid.
Darcy, stop.
I don't know who my mum
I think her name
bridesmaid.
was Linda. I was
There we
thinking
go.
about it yesterday. When Linda was here, I didn't remember, but I think her name was Linda.
There's my mother on her second wedding to the man who, when I say my dad, that's who I'm talking about. And here is another cracking one of my terrible hairstyles over the years. There we go. There's another Deirdre Barlow moment. Look at that. How, at the age of 10, did you manage to dress me as though I was a 42-year-old PA to the managing director? How did you manage that? Look at my...
Oh yeah, that one.
That's the one with the crimpling bridesmaid.
This is the crimpling bridesmaid's dress, yeah. So there's me having a lovely day
Yeah, you didn't.
in my crimpling bridesmaid dress. I got 2 new jumpers in Sainsbury's. They were in the sale, down from £18 to £5.40. And then there was 20% off 2 clothing and it came off sale prices as well. So they were another £1.08 off of that. So what's that? £5.40 minus 108, £4.32 for this jumper. Hopefully it'll be long enough. If not, so be it. And hi Bella Bear. And this one, which is just a plain navy round neck. Dogs decided to play as soon as I started talking. Hoping to get away with it for work. May not do, because jumper is not actually part of our approved workwear. It might do. I'm having a manic moment now. I am with parcel. Now, strictly speaking, it's a Temu parcel. However, it's not going into a Temu video. And the reason it's not going into a Temu video is because I ordered it a million years ago. I ordered it, I think, end of August. It's taken a long time. It's come by land. And with Temu, you can tell where your parcel goes. Every step of the way you can look and it tells you which country it's landed in. This parcel has been to more countries in the last 6 weeks than I have been to in my entire life. It has been everywhere. In this parcel are, finally, things that won't come out. Hang on. Oh, I haven't actually undone it properly. Finally, three things. One thing, my curtains. When I was in the other room, when I was in the room that Nat's in now, I had some of those curtains with the little star holes in, rainbow coloured curtains with they're blackout curtains and they've got little star holes in so that the light shines through, and I love them, but there was no point me bringing them into this room because they wouldn't have fit this window, so I left them with Nat, and Nat now loves them, but I did miss them. And so when I saw them on Temu for, as always, not an awful lot of money, I will put the price I paid on screen because I can't remember because it was so damn long ago, but as always with Temu, your mileage may vary. You may get them for a better price than I got them for. They may have gone up. They may not be available. You never know. But they were less money on Temu than I had paid on Amazon for them originally. They're slightly different because they've got a scalloped edge. So I'm trying to unfold them and show you. Hang on. So it's a rainbow curtain. It's blackout material and then it has little star-shaped holes in it. And then the light shines through. And is very pretty. And they've got like a chiffon net layer over the top, which, to be fair, I could take or leave that part, to be honest. That bit doesn't really interest me, but it's on there, so be it. So I got a new pair of those. They're slightly different colourway to the ones I've got in Nat's room, or had in Nat's room. They were more purpley, these are more pink. A pair of those. And you see, I couldn't resist a gonk duvet set. Several of you sent me links to gonk duvet sets and I couldn't resist this one. So I'm going to change my sheets in a minute and put new gonk bedding on. Even though it's a little bit early, isn't it? These are plainly Christmas gonks. I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it anyway and there's nothing anybody can do about it. But as well as a duvet cover, I also ordered a coverless duvet in rainbow colours. So I might not put my gonk bedding on. Maybe I'll save my gonk bedding and put my coverless duvet on instead. Maybe. Let's get it out of the packet. It's one of those, it's packed like a rock. This is why this stuff came by land. Because the really heavy stuff, they don't send it by air. So it's, if I hit somebody with that, it'd be out for a week. You know what I mean? If I accidentally dropped out the window, I don't know why I would drop this out the window. But dropped it on my foot, I'd have known about it, I tell you. So we stop here and then the air goes in and we start expanding. I started expanding years ago. And I don't know how long it'll take to puff itself right up. But yeah, coverless duvet. And it's, again, it's white on one side and an ombre rainbow on the other. How pretty is that? I love anything pastely rainbowy. Takes me right back to the 80s. When pastels were in and we lived in pastel colours and yeah. Pastels aren't really, I don't know, people don't wear pastels as much anymore, do they? Maybe in summer more. But yeah, what am I going to do? What am I going to do first? Should I put the curtains up first? Or should I? No, I'll wait. Nat's out with the dogs. I'll wait for Nat to come back with the dogs because she'll help me with the curtains if I wait. Although Tammy's here. Tammy is resting and recuperating. Not recuperate. You don't need to recuperate. What are you doing, Tam? Resting and charging yourself up. Tammy's doing her shine walk tonight. I think I've already mentioned that once. So she's preparing is what she's doing. The pillowcase is the most creased thing anybody's ever seen in their life. I think they screwed those up and threw them in afterwards as an afterthought. But they're very pretty all the same. So yeah, this can go. Don't quite match curtains, but I don't actually care. I'll do my creased pillows and put my duvet cover on. And then I'll decide from there afterwards what's next. Didn't I only change the sheets? No, it was last Monday I changed the sheets, wasn't it? I think they've been on nearly a week. Maybe it was, I don't know. Today's Friday. No, I think they've been on over a week. How often do you change your bedding, people of the internet? And I realise it's going to be a contentious subject. So I change my bedding about once a fortnight. For some people that's disgusting. I know there's people out there who change theirs daily. Though I have seen people on the internet who change their bedding every day. Personally, I couldn't be arsed. Couldn't be bothered with it. It's too much of a major faff. Couldn't be bothered with it. I tend to do it about once a fortnight. This has not been on quite a fortnight because I know it was in last week's waffle. And here we are still recording this week's waffle. So I know it hasn't been on a fortnight. But I want to put my new sheets on. So I'm willing to do it a bit early. So I know lots of people do it. Maybe not lots of you. I know some people do it every day. Maybe most people would do it weekly, perhaps. I take the point of view that I'm the only person who sleeps in this bed. So, apart from Molly, and she sleeps on top, not in. I kind of think that if I was sleeping with someone, perhaps there'd be more activity that would require sheets to be changed more often, perhaps. Or perhaps there'd be more sweating in the bed, you know. Some of you might have a sweaty husband or indeed a sweaty wife, you know, you do you. So I kind of think if there's two people in the bed, perhaps that's more reason to change your sheets more often. Also, I always wear night. I'm not a person who's comfortable sleeping naked, and I think if you sleep nude, perhaps then you change your sheets more often. That makes sense, doesn't it? If you sleep naked. So, God, those are very creased. Never mind, it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, let me know. How often do you change your bedding and your reasoning behind it? Whether it's just my mum always did it that way, so I've always done it that way, or whatever. I don't know why I'm interested, but I am. They are far too long because, as always, I forgot to measure the window order and just guessed when I was ordering. Echo, light off. Okay. There you go. It's still daylight outside, and that's the effect you get when it'd be morning. So I think that's really nice. They're not as blackouty as my other blackout curtains were, so it remains to be seen whether I wake up in the morning too early. But I think they're pretty. Right, excuse the fact the front room looks like a Chinese laundry. Tammy, as you can see, is ready to do her Shine Night Walk for Cancer Research UK. Current fundraising total stands at about 2,700, including the gift aid?
Including the gift aid, and I've got some more cash to pay in, which also, if I pay that in myself, that will look gift aid, so we're looking at $3,000. And then my employer does a charity match up to £500 that I can apply for as well once I've done it, so hopefully
Nice.
Should get $3,500.
So you've known about this walk for how long now? How long has this since you signed up?
7 months.
7 months. How would you say, just for the viewers at home, how would you say your training has gone for the
It
walk,
went
Tammy?
fine up to the first 7 kilometres, and then I just, it didn't
How
go.
long ago did you last walk?
7 kilometres, 6 weeks.
6 weeks ago you last walked 7 kilometres.
Yeah.
She's going to do it. I know there's no question that she's going to do it. I know this woman very well. I know that she's going to do it because she's a stubborn cow. Once she said she'll do something, she's going to do something.
Yeah.
However, tomorrow's Tammy
will be a different story.
will be a different woman. Right, so we're off taking down. We're going to take her downtown. Yes. We're certainly going to see her off from the start. I don't know what happens after that because I don't know if we can drive around. You're going to film some bits that I can put in.
Yes, I'll film some going round. But bonus, they've changed the route and I don't have to walk up Park Street.
Yeah, if you're not from Bristol, you won't understand Park Street, but it's steep AF, and the route was going up it, and we were like, why would you make people walk up Park Street? They've changed it now, they're going down. Right then, let's get thee hence.
Yeah.
I'm so gutted that I'm not doing it with her. So sad. We are relieved to see that there is a medical point. I feel like she might need it. And that there's other people, it's not just her.
Your budginess is in right there as well. You think you go
Turn a bit. Time to be off. Good luck. You'll be fine. We believe in you. We're very proud of you.
Whilst you light up Bristol this evening, look at this. You are looking out for these wonderful signs by our lovely stage manager, Leanne here. Can I get a drum roll, please? Bristol, you have raised an amazing £117,600. So if you haven't collected all your donations yet, please don't worry, there's still time. Keep going, because every pound brings us closer to a world free from the fear of cancer.
Hey, ice poachers there somewhere. There she is. There she is. There, right here. Right here. See you back here in 15 minutes. The following clips are what Tammy filmed herself as she was doing the walk.
Here we go.
So we just passed the pump house and we're now heading just for Cumberland Basin to go back down the other side of the harbour. So, okay, so we just passed, not quite sure, we're near the SS Great Britain, but I want to show you this. This is like, you can just see the whole way round the harbour side, just lit up. It's great. Okay, we just hit the 2k point outside the Cottage Inn. 2 down, 8 still to go. We're going to be fine. So we just get into Queen Square. We're somewhere between the 3 and 4k mark. I'm not 100% sure. We passed the 3, not got to the 4. That's as much as I know. And yes, that's the next stop. So we've just come out of Castle Park. We are just past the 5k, so we are halfway through now. It's warm. I'm a bit warm. I don't think it's a warm night, I just think I'm warm. But yeah, we are just about to head into Broadmead, and yeah, I'll keep you updated a bit sooner. So this man coming up here must have the most fun job of the entire walk. He has got literally a stop and go sign, one of those like traffic signs, and he's like, yeah, you can't go here. He's one of the many marshals that are keeping us safe as we're going round. Stop! No! Yes! So we are in Broadmead. Hang on 1 second. We're in Broadmead, just over the halfway. This is what's called pit stop. So they've got toilets. As you can hear, there's a steel band. I did take a bit of video of that. And they're giving away little package drumsticks washes. Now who doesn't want a package of drumsticks washes? So yeah, it's really, really well set up. And really organised. Marshals the whole way around, and people have been passing their horns and cars honking around the marina. There was a couple on the boat that was outside clapping. It's been, people have been cheering us and high-fiving us as we've gone past. It's been really, really good. It's really party atmosphere, but it's yeah, it's been good so far. So, but we're somewhere between 5 and 6k. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting somewhere. So we've got to College Green. I've tried to do this one so I wasn't recording. So I'm going to introduce you to, this is Caroline.
Hello.
Okay, and this is Nikki.
Hello.
So Nikki and Caroline adopted me as we were coming out of the amphitheatre. They were both also walking on their own. So we've all walked around together. We're at College Green, I think I said that. We're somewhere between halfway and not quite finished. That's as good as I know. I haven't seen a sign, but Park Street, all the uphill stuff is out of the way now, so we've breathed a slight sigh of relief because now it's just flat to back to the amphitheatre. So we're getting there. We are getting there. So there's a sign over there. It's a lovely sign. In fact, I think it's my favourite sign that we've seen all night. Joe, it says 9k. 9k, which means we've only got one more to do. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it the most beautiful sign you ever did see in your life?
£117,600 is a phenomenal amount to raise.
Can't be long now. She messaged to say she was nearly done.
Loving the outfit there, young lady. Well done.
You survived!
Yeah, go ring that bell. Loving the energy, still dancing, lovely, brilliant, guys. So much for taking part. And these as well, loving it. Well done.
So was it easy?
That's as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Not as bad as you thought.
But you remember that thing when we went to Leeds? And my dad said to us, on your way back to Bristol, can you drop us off in Portsmouth?
Yeah.
And we got like 50 miles from Swindon, and we were
You
like,
were nearly
nearly home and nearly there. They walked us that way around.
Yeah.
We got to the ball, and then they turned us off to go up by the hill.
I can see the village!
I want to go there.
You've had a couple more donations
Oh, cool.
on your page. I am going to put the link back in for Tammy's Just Giving page, just in case anybody hasn't yet had the chance to put a couple of quid on. We're very proud of her.
Come on, we're pushing for 3k.
And now we're knackered and we didn't even do it. Oh, see you guys tomorrow. Well, I was going to say good morning on Saturday, but actually it's 2:30. So good evening and good night on Saturday. I have spent the morning being extremely lazy. I did some baking this morning and potted around downstairs, and then I got back into bed to say do some editing and watch some telly instead. So I've had a lazy morning. Tammy, how's your morning been?
Apart from the fact I've been hobbling around with a hip like an 80-year-old, I'm fine.
Just a bit stiff.
Yeah,
Bit stiff.
just a bit. Yeah.
But yeah, you're not too bad after
No,
the morning after the night before.
After that, I had a hot bath when we got back last night. When we finished, so that helped, I think, with a lot of it.
Yeah, we bullied you into a bath at one point.
Yeah, so and then so it was.
Natalie's there going, can you do tomorrow's you a favour and get in the bath?
Yes, and tomorrow's me was grateful for it. But yeah, it's not been but being very lazy, sitting around, not doing very much morning. So
We're going to Big Iceland, which is Iceland, the food warehouse, they call it, which is just a bigger Iceland basically with a bit more stuff, a bit more space as well. It's at Bradley Stoke, and we're going there because we are formulating a little plan to have a friendly bingo at home on a Tuesday night, just for grocery bingo, because you can't gamble at home without you have licenses and all sorts of stuff if you gamble for money, so you can't do that. But we're going to have friendly bingo, so everybody will chip in a bit and we'll buy a kind of bag of groceries, and then you'll win something out of the bag of groceries for one-liners, basically so that we can have a little social evening at home that doesn't cost a fortune, see our friends, and not have a bit of a laugh. And yeah, just so we're going to Iceland to buy assorted groceries for the first night, because obviously once everybody's chipped in a bit on the first night, then we'll have that money to buy the next lot of groceries with. But I thought we'd buy like Christmassy bits, this kind of stuff that you buy and put by for Christmas is all in the shops now, so I don't know. Twiglets.
Matchmakers.
I like matchmakers, I don't like Twiglets. Chocolate orange.
Oh, Mr. Kipling's festive bake-offs.
I don't think they'll be any good for Christmas if we buy now.
I want to make it till Christmas. When have they
Kind of what I
ever
meant.
made it till Christmas?
But if you're buying festive bake-offs, you're buying them out of your own money for you.
Okay. That's fine.
So yeah, off to Big Iceland. We're not even in the right shop and we've got conveyor belt size chocolate. We're not even got to the right shop yet. We just spent a chunk of change, didn't we?
Yeah.
Between the two of us. In Tesco, I think we did, I don't know, a trolley load.
I didn't actually do that. I think mine was about a tenner in Tesco.
No, it's about 15, I think.
Iceland, on the other hand, different story.
Best part of 100 quid, I think we did in Iceland between two of us.
Yes.
Some of it is, like I said, for prizes for our little grocery bingo. So when people play on Tuesday night, we'll be able to put some money, take some money back for that. We've bought them up front, but we'll be able to take the money back for that. But I also managed to do a good 30 quid of my own shopping in Tesco, which I haven't paid you for, so yay for that. Doing all right there. Iceland, yeah. And then I just did a bit more in B&M. There's a group of youth here. We're waiting out some McDonald's because we decided we were dying of thirst, and now we're dying of hunger as well. And there's a group of youth, and we were just saying that young girls don't wear enough clothes. Particularly some of the young girls who were out clubbing last night had almost no clothes on at all. They don't wear enough clothes, but they've all got really mardy expressions as well. Like they just walk around looking like somebody's just pissed on their chips all the time. All the youth. And all the blokes have got their hands down their trousers. And I had this conversation with Freya about, she was going out with a ute. Going out with a ute. And I said to her, is he the hands down the trousers type? And she looked at me. I was like, you know what I mean? Does he walk around with his hands inside his pants? And she was like, yeah, they all do. I was like, don't let him have any of your crisps then, eh? And she looked at me and she went, oh, yeah, exactly. When you open a bag of crisps and he goes, I'll have one of them, think about where his hands have been. Don't let boys put their fingers in your crisps. Carla's wise words of the day. You all laughed at me last week when I put up exhibit number whatever it was, woman who is regretting changing sheets on bed or stripping sheets. But I give you now exhibit number 3972, woman who does not want to do the evening dog walk. Woman who feels she has already walked enough. It's good for you, it'll warm those muscles back up again.
Yeah.
Although that one doesn't look ready.
In all fairness, neither
And
does that one.
That one doesn't look ready. And that one there doesn't look particularly ready. However, are you actually R-E-A-D-Y?
I am R-E-A-D-Y.
Right, if you stand up and go near the leads, we'll see how quick they can change from not ready to hell yeah. That one's ready. That one's ready. Funny enough, everybody is ready. Bella, Bella! Can you believe this? Second night running, I am out after dark. Unheard of. I was about to go to bed. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. I just got off the phone to my mother. She's had a nice day. She's watched, I don't know, she watched a film and she had some friends around and they watched a film together. So she's had a nice day. She's happy. And I was just about to go to bed. I was loading the dishwasher. And then Natalie rang with some complicated plan about how if I pick her up now, she can leave her scooter at work and then I can drop her straight off there in the morning, and that means she can come to the car boot sale. So instead of heading up the wooden stairs to Bedfordshire, as me nana used to say, I'm off to pick up Natalie from work. So we mentioned a couple of weeks ago something my great granny used to say, which was up Shars back of Josses where they back horses, and somebody said in the comments, oh, she must have meant a betting shop. And I absolutely, yeah, where they back horses was where they put bets on horses. But I don't know, I had jam on the hand, I don't know how. But yeah, so I don't know where Shars was or whatever, you know what I mean, or whether that was just a saying that she came out with, I don't know. But no, I've never heard anybody apart from my great granny say it, and I've never read it anywhere. You know, quite a lot of the things your granny says you read, don't you, in a book or whatever. And oh yeah, my granny used to say that. This was the only ever heard Granny Hammond say it. But she also used to say, up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire for bedtime, which when I think about it now is a weird one, because by the time I was born, Granny Hammond had moved to a bungalow. She'd moved to a older person's bungalow, you know, in one of those kind of 50 plus areas. So I never knew her as a person who had stairs to go up for bed. Up the wooden hill for bed to Bedfordshire was going up the stairs to bed. And she never had any stairs in the whole of my lifetime, and yet she would always say, I would stay there quite often on a Saturday night, and at bedtime she would say, right, up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. And I never thought to question it until now. She lived in a bungalow, wouldn't go up the wooden hill. So, did your granny have any funny sayings? Let me know in the comments, because it's always interesting to know what other people's grannies used to say to them. And have you carried it down through your family? Has it gone down in your family lexicon? There's a good word. And on that note, I will say goodbye because I'm picking up Nat from work. You've gone all wonky again. Wonkers! That was it, you're wonkers. picking up Nat from work, and then I'm going home, and I will indeed be going up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire, and I will see you tomorrow for the car boot sale. Good morning on Sunday. Bella's in. Is it her frog outfit?
Yeah.
Bella's it has got eyes, but she don't like
New
them.
outfit, she has jumpers.
In her frog jumper, sorry. Aunt's just said she don't have outfits, she has jumpers. She's in her frog jumper. I've got Nat, I've got Aunt, I've got my trolley. Let's do the car boot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Been looking for you for so long.
Well, you went off and left me. You went off and abandoned me. The coat there, have you looked at it?
Yeah, I do. It's got no proper stuff.
Yeah. Anything by it?
Came for the seekage of the keys, please.
They're in the back of the trolley. Good luck getting in there because your brother's just rammed the edges full. Get out of the way.
Keys are in the back of the trolley.
I've not been in that bar yet, but apart from that, I've done the rest.
Hey, were there 50 quid worth
Yeah.
of stuff?
I don't know how it happens, but look at the state of this damn room again. Look at it. I mean, I don't know why I'm showing you it. I should be going, don't look at it. Echo, light, 100%.
Okay.
I am going to have a mad furious tidy up in here. This is the stuff I just brought in from the car boot sale, so I need to make my car boot video. And then I need to get some listing done, but tidying up has to be first. Okay, by most people's standards it would still be flipping awful, but I have improved it. This basket is rubbish, I'm waiting to go downstairs. This is a bag of stuff for the unit that's been here for over weeks, keep forgetting to take it. These are the two jumpers I bought the other day that I haven't yet tried on. That's my handbag. These two are about to be recorded. Those are waiting to be photographed, and that's going to have to be Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday of next week now, because I do not have enough time or energy for that. The desk is better, although still flipping awful, and now I need to record the video for these two. And then I'm going to get into my soft office and list that bag of stuff and the stuff that I bought today. Right, I am going to watch The First Wives Club in honour of Diane Keaton, who died yesterday. I've never seen it, so I'm going to watch that. I've had to sign up to Paramount Plus to get it, but apparently I can have a week's free trial. And whilst I'm watching it, I'm going to start listing, because that's 3 bags of stuff that's waiting to be listed. Huzzah! Play. Oh no, don't want that. Where's the skip that business? Oh, it's an ad, I've got to watch the ad. Naked dating, what will they think of next? Well, I've watched 2 films. I watched The First Wives Club and then I watched The Stepford Wives, because I think it went, oh, you like films about wives, let me suggest another wife to you. So yeah, I watched those. I've now got The Englishman Who Went Up a Hill but Came Down a Mountain, but it's only just started and I've got to go and walk the dogs. So I've paused that. I'm going to go and walk the dogs. I've got the urge to bake a cherry Bakewell sponge. It won't really be a Bakewell tart because I want to do sponge and yeah, I might go and give that a go in a minute. I'll see how I feel after the dogs. I've listed these 2 bags, which is all the stuff I bought this morning. I haven't done that one, which is bigger, and I should have done it really, but it was out of reach. That was my excuse. But still, 2 bags are drafted, so they need photographing
some point over the next few days. I really have got to photograph those 2 big lots, but that is a full daytime job and I keep meaning to get around to it and not doing it. So yeah, those got to be done. These got to be photographed. That one's still got to be listed. I might list that tonight. We'll see how I feel when I get back into bed. I have taken anti-inflammatories. I'm going to take some paracetamol now to pair up, and hopefully my leg will feel better, because this leg was so much pain this morning that if you'd said to me amputation is the way forward, I'd have gone okay, chop it off. So a couple of paracetamol now before I go downstairs. Walk the dogs, see how it feels after that, decide whether I've got the leg power for baking. You don't bake with your legs, do you? I do, apparently. Okay, Google, set a 15-minute timer. So you may have seen that I was coating the glacé cherries in flour. It's because I read online that stops them sinking through the cake. Well, it does, but maybe I still should have mixed them into the cake mix, because now they haven't sunk through the cake and my cake's got all holes in the top. I'm sure it'd be fine, but yeah, maybe I should have mixed them in a bit. I don't know. I did want them to sink in a bit. Anyway, let's let this cool and get some icing on it. I solved the problem with my holy bottom by taking it out of the tray, peeling off the paper and putting it back in the tray upside down to ice it. So there you go, I've got a nice flat top. I'm going to cut a slice and see how it looks, although that icing isn't really set, so it is too soon, but I want to go upstairs and I want to cut it before I go. Really not set. Cake's still warm underneath. There we go. Some of the cherries did work their way down, so I think I just probably should have stirred them in instead of just sprinkling them on top as I did. So I'll know that next time. I'll poke them in a bit more next time. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, as my absolute favourite TikToker says. Cherries in the bottom. Good. I gauged the almond flavouring just by measuring with your heart, as they say, and it's perfect. A layer of raspberry jam might have been nice, but I didn't have any, so very pleased with that. Cover it up now, put it in the fridge, let the icing set and cut it properly tomorrow. On that note, that is the end of this week's waffle. Thank you for joining me. I don't know how long it's been. By the time I finish editing all the bits from whatever, it might be really, really long this week. It might not. But anyway, I appreciate you watching with me. If you've been here all the way to the end, oh, what can we put to see if you're still here at the end? Comment Cherry Bakewell if you made it all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you guys in next week's waffle. Take care. Bye for now.